In this video, we're going to be making some nature self-portrait sort of thing. It's going to look something like this, hopefully. So to get started, what you need is a profile picture that's sort of in where your profile is showing, so you're not straight on. So what we're going to do, just to get started, is we're going to go to our quick select tool and press the right bracket to make it a little bit bigger. Zoom in is spacebar command, and let's just start dragging around. This is actually a pretty quick technique. You don't need the best selection in the world because obviously there's no details, just so you won't be able to tell if it's bad or not really. So in and around the face, obviously I missed some details, so I'm going to go to my polygon lasso tool and just start adding some things. Just click away. Don't have to be perfect with this. Double click and you'll add that piece. Now I need to subtract this little triangle here. So I'm going to click the minus, the third one in, and go grab the triangle. Double click. I need to add this little piece. Don't think it would make a difference, but I'll add it anyways. Okay. Let's add this. That looks a little weird. So add, go all the way down the arm. Add this piece. Okay, that looks fine to me. So let's zoom out. How do we do? Looks good. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to select, save selection. Just type in me. Okay. So now I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to get rid of this little lock here. I'm going to drag this new layer below. I'm going to turn this off. Actually, I'm going to deselect, Command D for deselect. Turn it off, and then I'm going to make this one all white. Now, to do that, if your foreground is set to white, if you want to reset it, just click this button right here. So we have foreground set to black now, and the background set to white. So to make this entire thing white, you can just go Command backspace. That'll make it white, or Alt backspace or Option backspace on PC. And you'll see it goes to the foreground. But I want the white. Alright, so now I need to load my selection. Wouldn't have worked this way if I hadn't have turned it off first. So that's me right there. There's my selection. I can actually get rid of this layer 0, that original layer. And then I'm going to create what's called a layer mask. So click this button here. And except it's reversed, so I'm going to click Command I, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So I'm just going to leave it there. So that means that whatever is below this layer, when I add something below it, it's going to be show up in this piece right here. Whereas this is all going to continue to be white. Whereas if I had it backwards, this would be white, and then whatever's below this layer will show up here. So, but this is what I want. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Okay, so here's my nature, I guess. So what I want to do is I'm first going to convert this to black and white. So go Image, Adjustments, and you can desaturate. And then I'm going to maybe add a little bit more contrast. So go Command L, Command or Control L to get this levels. Several ways to get levels, but they're different kinds of levels, I guess. But you see these three little drop things. Click this right one, the white one, and you can just sort of plot it right there. I need this to be really white. I'll show you why in a minute, but it needs to be really white. So that's pretty good. I'm going to make it a little bit more white by drawing this. Remember that the histogram, every value after it, every value after 236 will automatically be given 255, and 255 is pure white. So all of these colors now are pure white. I can even go further and make more and more white, but that's too much. Okay, something like that. And I need a little bit more contrast on the, there we go. That looks good. Okay. So now let's go Command A to select all of it, Command C to copy it. Let's go back over to this layer, Command V to paste it, except it's on above now, so let's drag it below. You can see now that basically that black part right over there is a hole, so it will go to whatever's below it, the layer below. And if I reversed it, Command I, it would literally reverse it. Everything is black, so now the black part's the hole and it goes to the layer below. Okay, but I want it this way. So now I'm going to click this nature, the branches. I'm going to put it in free transform. So edit, free transform. And I'm just going to start dragging it around until I get something I like. And I want these branches up here in sort of looks like it's climbing up my back of my head. Let's zoom out a little bit. Rotate. That looks pretty cool. I want more white around the edges so the lines are sort of implied. It's just a preference, I guess. That looks pretty cool. How about there? Good. Okay. Push your check mark there. Let's zoom in again, and we're going to crop. So crop tool right here. Something like this. And now you have pretty cool nature self-portrait. There you go. You can obviously go and play a little bit more with the adjustments, so maybe brighten contrast, a little bit more contrast, a little bit more brightness. You can. I want these lines to sort of just disappear, so you can't really tell that they're there, but you think they're there. You know they're there. So I think the brighter I go, that would make that happen. So there you go. Give that a try. It's a pretty fun little project, and it's in and out in a few minutes.